Shame. If you have been following, you're supposed to know that all my messages mainly are meant for my people, African people, black people all over the world, wherever you are. And it is the message of waking us up. It's not a organization or a movement calling you to pick up arms, to rally or to fight. No, we have not get there yet. We are now in the level of waking our people up. When we wake at least majority of our people or 50% of our people or few people that have that strong will to free us, join hands together, then we will proceed to the next level, like making our own weapons, fortifying ourselves, rising up, taking places of powers and authority in the land, making our own laws of the land, not the foreign ones we are living in as we speak, because our slavery condition is not permanent, and we must, like the sun, shine again. So, culture of shame, that's the havoc of Abrahamic religion in Africa. And many people have adopted it as their culture and tradition in Africa. Look at what is going on in Africa. What some Africans call their culture and tradition, those things has been infected, with Abrahamic religion, especially Christianity that I know of, because I was ex-Christian. I am ex-Christian. I am ex-pastor. So I was a Christian, I was a pastor, but I'm no more. I am now woke African. Okay. And that's why I am using my Bible knowledge also to open the eyes of our people. Although some of them want me to stop it because they don't want me to keep exposing the lies of the Bible, the lies of Christianity, the lies of churches, the lies of pastors, the lies of those who claim to be God fearing in Africa. This culture of shame started with the child indoctrination. After they invaded, war against us, defeated us, then they began to steal us, they began to enslave us, they began to rape us, they began to colonize us. So one of the ways they indoctrinate and brainwash us is catching us young when we are too little, when our brain is not yet developed to think for themselves, for you to think for yourself. So as a little child, boom, they dedicated you to one God or one religion and begin to indoctrinate and brainwash you. And we grow up as adults who are fighting for the Almighty God we believe exists and cares about us. If this Almighty God truly cares about us, why can't He fight for us? Why can't He speak and fight for us? Why can't He intervene in our situation? Why is it after all your prayers, you still have to go and walk? After all your prayers, you still have to go and fight. After all your prayers, you still have to go and speak. So they raise us as adults using the scriptures. Like, for example, Proverbs 22 says, where they instructed parents, that's enslaved parents, to raise up their enslaved children in the way they should go. And they claim it is the way of the Lord. That is the right way, the way of the scriptures, the way of God of Israel, the way of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. And anything beyond that is evil. You must fight against it. That's why you see African Christians fighting against their African culture and tradition. But among them is the Catholics. Catholics, the late Pope taught them that they should marry their African culture and tradition and the Catholic faith. That's why you see in some villages, Catholics are the one, spearheading a masquerade. You have, like in my village, one time a catechist, a Catholic church catechist, was the leader of the masquerade in my village. So I don't know about you, but all the masquerade in your village are worn by Christians. not by true Africans. It is hard for you to see true Africans today in Africa. Africans has become Christians and Muslims mainly, and confusing themselves with the God of Abraham, some believing in the Bible, some believing in Quran. They are all living in bondage. Also, another place you will see child indoctrination is Ephesians chapter 6. When you read it, it will tell you, children, obey your father and mother, honor your father and mother in the Lord, obey them so that you will live long and it shall be well with you. That's why you see us in Africa, no matter what, after the fear of God is the fear of our parents. You dare not mock our God, and you dare not talk truth about our parents. They will come after you. Some will tell you, you can insult me, but don't insult my parents. If you insult my father, I will, especially mother, they don't even fight for their father, it's the mother. If you insult my mother, I will do that, I will do that. Maybe when they are talking to a broke or weak person, but they can't say that to a rich and or strong person because they know that one can handle them. So they respect themselves and they coward to such people. One of the culture of shame that Abrahamic religion has established in Africa, and most Africans have that mentality, shame mentality, is you must provide for your family, whether you like it or not, whether they sponsor you or not, whether they establish you or not. Why? They say because your parents gave birth to you. That's qualified them to enjoy whatever you are laboring for, so long they are your parents. They brought you into this world, they gave birth to you, they raised you, so you must provide for your parents. Even though they were harsh to you, even though they never care about your health as they're supposed to, because many people don't know how you survive, but they keep running their mouth and telling you bullshit. Do this, they call it parents entitlement. Just for the fact they are your parents, whether you like it or not, you must obey them. Children obey. Let me read it. Where is oh no, my upper is there. Okay. Here, Ephesians chapter 6. He said, children, hear what he said. Children, you belong to the Lord, and you do the right thing when you obey your parents. That is child indoctrination, child brainwashing, lying to children. No child belongs to God. No person belongs to God. No man belongs to God. No woman belongs to God. But they lie to us using the Bible, telling us that we belong to God and we do the right thing when we obey our parents. Even when they are wrong, we must obey them. When they want what is best for them, but not what is best for us, though lying that no, it is for our in our own best interest, they say you should still obey them. When they disown you, still obey them. When they said you must not leave their faith, you must stay with your faith, and they don't care about what you said, the truth you have found out, you must obey them. Hear what it says. Say, the first commandment with a promise says, obey your father and your mother, and you will have a long and happy life. Everything they say here is lie. First, obedience is for slaves. Free men don't obey. You don't supposed to tell your children to obey you. Your children are supposed to live with you, learning from you. Your children are not your slaves. But religion, especially Christianity, made African parents to raise their children as their slaves. And many of them see it as it's okay, no problem. It's not okay. It is time you begin to think. Why would you obey your parents you are living with when you're supposed to be living with them? It's because your parents give you order. They send you to school, confuse you. You come back, they begin to order you. All those things confuse you, and you grow up a confused adult. That's why you can see a professor saying he believed in that religion that his parents believe in. Obey your father and your mother. But think about that. He said, when you obey your father and your mother, you will live a long and happy life. So why are those Christians who are obeying their father and the mother in Africa not enjoying or having a long and happy life? You still see them praying against death, praying for long life. Even some of them go to the extent of sowing seed for long life, deceiving themselves and want others to agree with them that they are right. No, you are not. You are wrong. Every promise of God is a lie. Everything they promise you in the scripture is a lie. Those lies were designed to deceive and control you, keep you under. They bar you from using your brain. That's what faith and belief does. It damages your brain. That's how they raise us to tell us you must provide for your parents. You also know about this place. Let me read First Timothy. When you're talking about providing for your family or for your parents and siblings, hear what it says. First Timothy chapter 5 verse 8. It says, "People who don't take care of their relatives and especially their own families have given up their faith." So it is faith that taught you to be obeying whether you like it or not. You have to give to your relatives whether you like it or not. Whether they supported you or not, you have to be giving to them. And that's why in Africa today, when you are suffering, nobody cared about you. But the moment you succeed, they begin to come like vultures. They begin to come like leeches. They will demand, bring it, bring that. Let me use myself for example. I was born and raised in poor family. I started suffering very early in life because I was the firstborn and the first son. So my parents have, let me say, 8 children because I was not there when they have the ninth one. But those 8 children, apart from my immediate younger brother, at least we were suffering together, growing together. For example, when our parents travel on Sunday, I have to be the one cooking the stew. Then my younger brother will cook rice. That's Ifan. It's a pity, because I'm no longer Christian. All of them abandoned me, but I don't have problem with that. I am still better off than them, or better off without them. So, uh, when I was coming to America, my parents didn't know if I have any plan coming to America. They didn't know what happened. All they know that I was coming to America. My siblings, all of them heard that I was coming to America. The one that supported me with some money was Ifan because he was already living in Italy. So he supported his brother, which we were doing. I was also supporting him, even when he was having problem also. My woman also helps him anytime he needs something done for him in Nigeria. My woman always there to help because of me. None of my parents, none of my siblings gave me a dime apart from Ifani to come to America when I was coming to America. Because before coming to America, I was taking care of my family. I was a businessman in Ojalaba International, and I was supporting my family too. All my life, I see them as my family, as I've been saying it. Let me say it again. My family is one of the reasons I decided not to be desperate having children with any woman. I say, even if I will have, it will be few. And both of us, we have means of supporting our children. I don't support the idea of the man being the breadwinner of the family. No, both the man and the woman supposed to be the breadwinners, providing for the children they have, providing for one another. But they give you lopsided relationship in Christianity, especially. That's why you can see them having relationship with God they have not seen. They have relationship with Jesus they have not seen. In fact, they have better relationship with God and Jesus than they have with their fellow human beings, even their family members. So I came to America, and since I came to America, I've been sending to my people. They did not contribute anything except that the idea family entitlement, you cannot do without family. You cannot succeed without family, which is a lie. You can do and succeed without family. I am the living witness. And they get upset after I declared my position that I'm no longer a Christian and I'm no longer living in fear of God. I'm not giving because God told me to give or moved me to give, and God is not the one providing for me to give to others. And my father said that, no, I'm tying rope on my neck. No, it is God. I said, okay, I'm waiting the day God will tell me how much to give. Then I will do. Even when I was a Christian, it was not any God or Jesus or spirits telling me to take care of my family, because naturally that's what we're supposed to be family, living together, enjoying together, suffering together, doing things together, overcoming together, succeeding together. You see the prayer Christians are making, like the one Pastor Adeboye made recently. He wanted to say that he prayed that all your mates will be coming to you begging for food. In your family, you will be the one all your siblings and your parents are cowering to, begging for meal. That is Christian mentality. That is Abrahamic religion mentality. They come on the scene and claim that they are the chosen one, begin to kill other people and possessing their land. They began to see that they are the only way, the truth, and the life. If you don't believe in them, you go to hell, you perish. And the majority of Africans don't see that as any issue. And that's why some people like me, we try to connect to them to show them that God is our problem entirely. They say, no, what you're saying, what connection does he have with God? In every way, in every means, it have everything to do with God, because we were raised to believe this nonsense. Telling you that people who don't take care of their relations, and especially their own families, have given up their faith. So if I've given up my faith, I shouldn't be giving to my family. And my family shouldn't be upset that I'm not giving to them, because we all supposed to be families, so enjoying together. Especially when you did not give to me to be established. My family did not sell land to send me to America. Never. My family did not sell land to start business for me. Never. But if your family has done any of these two things, you owe them. You must continue supporting them because they establish you. It is common sense. What is evil is people that did not sponsor you coming to demand out of entitlement or out of faith that you have to give. You don't have to, unless you want to. He said those people that don't give to their relatives and especially their own families, he said they are worse than someone who don't have faith in the Lord. So these people believe that if you don't have faith in the Lord, you are a worse person. You are a worse individual. That's why you see they call you Antichrist, they call you devil, they call you Satan. Even ignorant Igbo people who don't know that Ekwensu is the original one and Yahweh is the fake Ekwensu. They call you Ekwensu. My mother called me Ekwensu. Accused me wrongly of many things out of anger because I refused to send money. It's nothing else. Just because I refuse to send money. That's it. This is why we have problem in Africa. We have this culture of shame. If you don't provide for a family, they say, "Oh, you are shameless. You stupid." They shame you. The community shame you. The neighbors shame you. Kinsmen shame you. Your siblings shame you. Everything my siblings have been trying, my parents have been trying since I denounced God and Jesus was to shame me. But they don't know that I am shameless. I don't have shame. Yes, I don't. There's nothing you can say that will make me wrong. I know you. There's nothing you are doing today as an African in faith that I did not do even better than you. If you knew me then, I was genuine. Nobody pushed me into it. to be a minister, except illusion that push me, misinterpretation of what exists. Because it is my African root, but I say it is God calling me, it is Jesus calling me, because remember, they have trained me in that way and they don't want me to depart. But when I begin to engage my brain, I departed from it. So I break that Proverb 22:6. I destroy Ephesians chapter 6. Also, I think 1-3. And also their First Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. I destroy all that. And I'm standing strong. Ebubedike. They are attacking me, but I am winning them. Because I am genuine, I'm true African. I've been telling you that when you become true African, no African Christian can curse you successfully. No African Muslim can curse you successfully. No African Jew can curse you successfully. No African spiritual person can curse you successfully, because you are true African. You are no longer a fish out of the water. You are in your habitat, where you're supposed to be, your root. Africa is our root, not spirituality. They shame you for not providing for your parents and siblings. They don't care how you make that money. When we are growing up, our people used to say, onye nwere mmadụ ka onye nwere ego. They even sing it, ịmana ndị be mmadụ ka ndị be ego. Ihe mere nwanne, ịmana ndị be mmadụ ka ndị be ego. Meaning, if you have people, you are greater or better than the person that have money. But today, they have changed it. I think they started changing it during the time of Chief Osadebe and Chief Oliver Dikokwe. Those singers, they begin to sing it, broadcast it, and many people accepted it as the norm. No, go na dio. You hear them today singing in Nigeria without money. What is life? Without money, who I am? I'm nothing. It's nonsense. None of us, we are born with money. You were born naturally, in nature, and everything you need is in nature. Everything you need is in nature. You are standing in nature. That's where you live. That's where you move. That's where you have your being. Not in any God, not in any Jesus, not in any heaven, but here you are source and sustenance, called your eternal home, the earth. Another way they shame you, the culture of shame, is having sex. Having sex. That's another way. They say no. Although you were born with the equipment, don't use it until you follow our rituals or you do our laws, which is um, 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 marriage. Like you must marry for you to have sex. If you're not married, no, you can't have sex outside marriage. That is evil, because marriage is slavery. Many of you that still insist marriage is not slavery, come on, think. I'm not asking you to accept what I'm saying, but think for yourself. Why will you go to pay money to have a woman? And why would that woman change her name to your own family name? Why? It is wrong for you to marry out your female children. You born male and female, they're supposed to live with you. That's family. You're not supposed to be marrying your female children out. So why are you not marrying your male children out too? Male chauvinism. They subjugated women, and this is where they use the Bible, they use Quran, they use Torah, they use God, they use Jesus to subjugate women. And many of you who claim to be Africans is practicing the Bible. You are not practicing African culture and tradition. It is rare today to see African culture and tradition. They don't want you to admire your opposite sex unless you marry him or her. Even to the extent, a man freely can express his feeling towards a woman, but a woman will not do that, because that is part of subjugation. No, you dare not approach any man. The man will approach you first. If you approach any man, you are a whore, you are a prostitute. And you see many women keep quiet. unless they get money now. A woman with money now can approach any boy she want to come and fuck her because, of course, elderly person need younger person in sex. Elderly man need younger woman in sex. Elderly woman need younger man in sex. But why is it? It's always men that is upper hand. Even poor men, you see them bragging, fucking widows too. Like in Matthew chapter 5:28, this is where they put that nonsense. They don't want you to have sex or look after a woman you want to fuck, even when you have erection. Natural sex, sexual urge, that is so sweet that you have to enjoy it. But they say, no, 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 no. We forbid that. Because sex can show you that there is no God. Sex is more powerful than God. Every man bow, woman bow before sex, not God. But they created God to make you bow against sex. No way. Matthew chapter 5, verse 28. Let me read. You know where it said that, right? Don't not look after a woman, bullshit, and lost it. He said, but I tell you, if you look at another woman and want her, this one, contemporary English version, put another woman. King James said, if you look at a woman, philosophy. But now, this one, if you read it with this translation, it will mean like he's talking to married men. No, Jesus was talking to all his disciples. And among his 12 disciples, the only married one was Peter, not all the disciples. And on this mount, a mount of how do we used to say it again? Mount of what again? Of beatitude. On this mountain where Jesus got, he said that disciples and the others, the crowd gathered towards him, around him, and he was telling them this. If you look at a woman and want her, to religious people, a man wanting a woman is evil. To godly people, a man wanting a woman is evil. They use that word lust. You are lusting after her. So when you are hungry and you want to eat food, is that you are lusting after food? But when it comes to sex, no, you are lusting after her. You're not supposed to look at her. No, 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 no. Like in the Old Testament, they tell them, do not look at the wine when it's red. Then in the New Testament, they tell them, okay, you can take it because of stomach. Or no, don't take it excess. But the New Testament tell you, if you have the Holy Spirit, you don't need wine. You don't need alcohol. That's why on the day of Pentecost, they say when they were speaking, other people say they were drunk because that's what drunk people do. Blah, 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 blah. They don't know what they're talking about. Said, if you look at another woman and want her, you are already unfaithful in your thoughts. This is how wicked religion is. They condemn your thought. Let me tell you, when they are talking about your thought, when you read the Bible, anywhere you see Satan, they are talking about your thought. Satan is the thought that wanders everywhere in the earth. Because with your thought, you can go to your past, you can go to your future, while in the present. That's the power of your thought. That's why you should know your visions, dreams, and revelations are products of your thoughts. It's not from any God. It's not from any angel. It's not from any heaven. It's the product of your thoughts. And whatever you feed your thoughts with, it can create a lot of picture out of it. Some you may like it, some you may not like it. But understand that you have power over your thoughts also. Just as you have power over God. Or you that believe in God, you have power over your God. Your God cannot do anything for you. So a man wanting a woman is a natural thing. But they're against it. But now, like Catholic Church, they have decided to be blessing gay couple. A man wanting another man. A woman wanting another woman. That one is right. But a man wanting another woman or a woman, which is natural way, and that's the way of African. They say, no, it's wrong. Then you have to do what we say. You have to make money. Come and marry. We come, we wed you, and you become man and wife. Remember, they don't used to say husband and wife. They used to say man and the wife because a woman is a slave in marriage. A wife is a slave in marriage. Another word for slave is wife. Do I ask you to believe me? No. All I'm asking you is to think, use your brain so you stop wasting your time and the resources in the name of God, Jesus, spirituality, or religion. So they shame you. You see parents even chase away their daughter because she have sex and got pregnant. But why you people didn't plan and teach that your daughter, how to wear, is it concentration or something to stop her from getting pregnant in case if she's raped or if she have sex when she need it. Africans used to do that. Africans used to have that to prevent pregnancy. The woman will use it, she will not get pregnant. There are things also a man can use and he cannot impregnate a woman. Why are you giving children anyhow? How have you given birth anyhow? I mean, why? You are suffering, you're producing children. Go to Africa. Poor people have more children than rich people. Even in America here, people who are producing children anyhow are the poor ones. And of course, the system like it because that's what they want. So they are breeding for the system. It's the same thing they did during slavery, making people to breed children so that they'll be giving them. Okay, oh, you have children for us. Okay, we send them as slaves. They'll still be taking care of you, giving you food. The same thing that's still happening. And many of you think that slavery is over. You are joking. They shame you because you got pregnant out of wedlock, as they said. You don't need any wedding or marriage to get pregnant. You don't need to marry to have children. Whether you are a man or woman, if two of you agree to have sex, if it happens that a child comes out of it, both of you take care of it. You shouldn't be forcing. They even go to this time making a law that if you impregnate a girl, you must marry her. No, both of them enjoy sex. Then both of them supposed to be equipped with that knowledge that, when you have sex, this social thing will happen. Then they prepare for it. They don't have that. They even having sex by faith. Then when it happens, some will say it's devil. Then when that child is survived, they say, yeah, it's the gift of God. Like that, my last younger sister. She went and prostitute and get pregnant and have the birth and born it, which I applaud her. I supported her. But today she's saying that that child is a blessing. It's not. It's a human being. Just the same way rats have also children. It's not a big deal. Having children is like having shit. Yes, when you go to shit, it's the same way. If they make a law or rule that force you to worship your shit, you'll be doing it today. Yes, you'll be doing it. The same way you carry your children, you begin to carry your shit like that. It is people making all those things, but in nature, those things don't exist. You are free to have sex because you are born with your sex organ immediately, and you're supposed to be using it. Religion hates you to use it. Another way they shame you is having money, car, marriage, children, house, and career. If you don't have any of these things, you see them shaming you. First one I mentioned, having money, right? Mm-hmm. Go to Africa today. I'm using Africa as an example because this is for my people, Africans. If you don't have money in Africa today, as we speak, you are useless. You are worthless to them. They don't respect you. Before, they respect a wise man over a rich man. Today, almost everybody respect the rich man over a wise man. Look at Africa, how we are suffering. Car. In Africa today, even the poor want car. I've been saying that. It's an unnecessary problem for you to give a poor man a car, unless for him to go and sell it and use the money for what he needs. But you give money to a poor person, or unless you'll be providing money also for him to be servicing it, unless the poor man is using that car for maybe transport business. That's different. But you see a poor man driving car. Some of them, because your child or your son or your daughter is in abroad, they buy car for you, you are driving it and you are bragging. Then others that don't have car, but you don't know. Naturally, those people that don't have car are better than you because that car has affected your head, but you don't know that. You are not driving around, you don't walk around anymore, and those things affect your body. But they won't tell you that. How about marriage? Yeah, they shame you if you're not married. Oh, see, you're not married. Before an Igbo man get married, he must have means of support. He must prove to his own to his own kinsmen that he can take care of himself, take care of his woman, take care of his children. That's why they say he's the head of the family. He must provide for his family. And if you don't marry today, they'll be mocking you. No, they don't mock you before. If you don't marry, it's not a must you marry. And they don't mock you, you don't have children. Today, they mock you for not marrying. They mock you for not having children. And if you don't have a child or children, you're supposed to be enjoying life more than those who have children, even if they are rich. They have the problem you don't know. I grew up to know all this because I grew up in a poor family. I know how people suffer raising children. Don't worry, your children are still little. You are running your mouth. Let them keep growing. You will meet that problem, whether you like it or not. With the condition of things in life, your children may even try to use you for money ritual because you born them in poverty. Why should you born children in poverty? You want to have children, have them when you can take care of them. If you cannot, and don't have them by faith and hope, because that's what religion gives to you. You have faith, then you have hope. It will happen. No. They mock you. I mean, they shame you if you don't build your own house. That's why you see today, go to our villages, people living in abroad, they build houses nobody is living in. Just for what? Oh, that's shame. When I built that small house I built in the village, one of my sisters said, oh, you have removed reproach from us. Why is it living in a hut a reproach to you? Why is it living in a bacha a reproach to you? All you need is where you can lay your head and sleep and continue living. But today is something else. They wanted me to build upstairs. I said, I'm not building. Can I build that? Yes, I can still build it even today and tomorrow. I can still do that if I want to. But I decided not to. I will never suffer myself like that to impress any people. All I know, whenever I go to my village, whatever I need, I have. I enjoy myself. I'm not depending on anyone. The people coming to me are the ones taking from me. I'm not taking from them. Live your life well. Don't worry. They want to shame you. Don't give a fuck about that. And the two things that I use to encourage myself when it comes to life is this. I have been hospitalized. I know nobody was there taking the needles or the injections with me or for me. I was the only one doing it, lying in that bed. Nobody laid there with me. Then the second one, I have been locked up severally. Nobody was locked up with me saying, okay, because of you, I want to be with you in this cell. I want to be with you in this place you locked up. I've been locked up in many police stations in Onitsha. Will I say many? Or just 2 or 3, right? Fege police station and they call it this Central Police this thing in DMA Onitsha area, you know. Then I've been locked up awaiting trial in Onitsha prison. See? Then I've been locked up for 3 years in Kaduna. My parents sent me there. That's my father. He worked with the magistrate. Then instead of me going to jail because they be like, I need to change. You know how parents want you to change them? That's how my father worked for me to go to Kaduna. But do you know, many people think I was in prison or I was in Kaduna prison. I never passed the gate of Nigeria prison, whether as inmate or as a visitor. I never been there. Yeah, I can see where we were. You can see the prisoners in Kaduna prison, you know, how they do farm work and all that. But I was in Bosta Training Institution. I even opened group page for that on YouTube. Bosta Training Institution. I never hide it. Never. That's where I became a minister of gospel in Bosta Training Institution, not in prison. I've not been sentenced to any jail time. Never in my life. But you see, when sometimes when Christians come, they want to shame me. They say you were in prison, God save me. No, for the fact I went there to teach you is not any God. I pay for my own wrong doing, which is not wrong. I was trying to feed myself. Stealing is not wrong. It is thieves and the robbers that make that law. Thou shalt not steal, because they know that's the only way Africans can get back what they stole from us. But many of you still have that mentality. Oh no, stealing is wrong. Don't steal. No, you should steal if you know how to. It's not wrong. They stole us. These people even stole us. They stole people. They stole people and enslaved them. But you steal small bottled water, they burn you alive. They say, no, you shouldn't steal. Every commandment of God are meant for the slaves. The slave master made the commandments and say it is from God for the slaves, to keep the slaves good slaves, obedient slaves. Don't let them shame you anymore. Oh, you don't have career. You don't need one. If you don't have that qualifications, whatever your hand find to do, try to take care of yourself. Don't depend on anybody. Anyone who are around to help you, they help you. You also enjoy with them. Acknowledge them, appreciate them, and share with them. That is how life's supposed to be. I grew up knowing that together we can enjoy life, but today we don't care about anymore. We think it's with money we enjoy life. Then when something that money cannot handle happens, they begin to come to you, lying to you and telling you all bullshit. And you say, okay, let me do it. No. If they didn't come to you when they were enjoying, don't help them when they are suffering. Do you hear what I just said? If they didn't come and enjoy with you when they were enjoying, do not help them when they begin to suffer. I say it. What can you do about it? Nothing. They shame you. Mm. They try everything to shame you because it leads to your dysfunction, that they think, oh, if I do this, this person will stop this. Like they want you to stop talking about the truth about God or Jesus. They even show you when you express your true feelings, your true feelings. Do you know that? When you express the truth, they shame you. They don't, oh, don't say it. Don't, no, 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 no. You are not God. No, no, no. It's only, no. They shame you for expressing your true feelings. That is evil. And this thing is what leads to us messing up. Today, you see us messing up as adults. We are not living as we're supposed to live. They converted us. They made us become creatures. Creator, creature is not African wars. They are not. There's no creator. Creator is imaginary. And no creation is real. You have to work, you have to build. When you build something, they become real. When you call them creature, because there's no life in them. You know what this is? That's Igbo. That's why we mess up. Matthew 23:15. They crossed land and sea and made us what we are today. And many of you believe, no, it is God. It's the will of God. God is working. He will be well with us. He go better. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Just keep hoping, praying and hoping. Believing God will do it. Don't worry. God is working. God is not working anywhere. If God is working, why are you working? Huh? Your Pharisees and teachers of show-offs. And teachers are show-offs. Show-offs. And you are in for trouble. Where am I? I said verse 15. Sorry, I went to 23. Verse 15. My bad. He said, you Pharisees and teachers of the law of Moses are in for trouble. You are nothing but show-offs. You travel over land and sea to win one follower. And when you have done so, you make that person twice as fit for hell as you are. That's why they shame you. Oh, I don't want to get that. I don't want to say I'm going to hell. Fuck all of them. They're shaming you. Because they are living like sons of hell, daughters of hell, people fit for hell, dysfunctioning. They are not living as they're supposed to be. You are raised to be ashamed of yourself for God, raised to be ashamed of yourself for Jesus. You have to end it. Stop it. All religion is evil. Religion blame and shame humanity. We don't need religion in humanity. Anybody that tell you, no, we need religion to live where is a liar. You don't need religion in humanity. When I'm telling religion, I mean a belief in God, a worship of God. Believing that there's a God that created you and you have to live according to his word. Yeah, this God cannot speak to you except what some men wrote and telling you that is the word of that God. And you begin to hear the same voice in your head because you read and believe it. Religion will always blame and shame you. But know this, you were born to live, explore, and enjoy your life naturally. But spirituality, religion, those things that begin to believe nature is like that, nature is not like that, begin to create laws telling you, okay, lion is the king of the forest, bullshit. It's men making up all that. The earth is flat, bullshit. They begin to make up all that. They don't want you to freely enjoy your life. In closing, one of the areas I will show you example is this. You see, a child can give offering in the church. Our parents, when we were little, used to give us one kobo for offering. They give children coins. Then the adults go with notes. Little children that don't have work, but their parents give them money to give to the church. Criminal organization, evil organization. If a little child can give offering in your church or in your religious place, why can't he or she have sex at the same age? Little children can give offering in the church. Little children can act drama in the church. Little children can pray. Little children, they can do those things your religion said they can do, but not sex. You are evil. And that your religion is evil. Evil is anything that is against nature. Do you hear what I just said? Did I say evil is anything that is wrong? No, I say evil is anything that is against nature. It may be right to you, it may be acceptable known to the whole community, but if it's against nature, it is evil. And every wise person will rise up against such. And that's why I'm calling on you to end that culture of shame you are raised in, that tradition of shame you are raised in. You are the only one that can end your own culture of shame. I have ended mine. But as a people, we still have a lot to do. And that's why it is my mission to wake us up without fear, without favor, and without faint. God